Oh, see, it's kind of dangerous to smoke during a battle. No?
You know what else is dangerous? A battle.
Oh, sorry.
Wow! Who would have
Ryan.
thought?
Oh, the music sounds already cool.
The field! It's old! This is a really old one.
Oh, okay.
The old designs, oh my god. Oh, the atmosphere.
She is my wife. She is pretty. Oh, that was a nice animation.
That is what brought me into League Cinematics.
A lot of exaggeration, that's nice. It's a
Yeah,
cool
this is-
sound design.
Yeah, this is an older one. I've seen this one.
I love it. It looks very nice.
I really like how exaggerated the animation is.
Her hair.
They stay long in the air and then they drop down.
The animation, oh my god.
I love how she walks through the tree. That's such a good character moment. You know exactly who they are by just that interaction.
Wait, we've seen that dude in another animation, right?
Oh no. You can do it, girl.
Oh, smug asshole. Hell yeah. I really like how the models look. It's really nice.
Oh, that's cool. The effects.
I can tell that this is
Oh,
a
Jesus.
game.
Fuck.
Blood. Oh wow.
Yeah, did not expect that.
Ew.
There's even blood.
It looks very video gamey, but like not in a bad way.
I agree.
Go beat them up. Kind of like Final Fantasy-esque.
Yes,
Right?
a little bit.
The hair
definitely.
especially. Oh yes, queen.
That's so cool.
She angry. The color of the background changed too. It's almost black and white.
I like the particles.
This forest is like so green, bro. I wanna be there.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice framing. Wow.
Oh,
Oh, the environment. Are these plants?
Ooh la la.
Poison ivy knockoff.
queen.
Oh.
Ooh, oh. Asshole. Oh, that's a nice smoke sim.
That's fun. Wow,
That's
that's,
a nice
wow.
My boy. I love him.
Isn't that
Graves.
Lau has that? Yeah.
Listen.
You're getting red loud.
Big line man.
Wow, that's very gruesome.
They're really not playing around.
The animations are very fluid. Oh my
I
god.
love how she's animated.
At one point, you don't even notice the music.
There's so many characters. Oh my god.
There's 10 characters.
I love abilities. Animated abilities.
Dude, having to choreograph
Yes.
a short with 10 characters.
And everybody needs to feel distinct.
And everybody has to fight.
The textures are really nice.
They have so much personality. I love it.
A lot of really fast cuts, but it's really easy readable and leads your eye very nicely.
Oh, that was a jump in direction.
I love the camera movements. They're very dynamic.
Yeah, the action is impeccable.
And I love how fluid the shots are.
That's
Ooh.
very nice. A lot of zooms out.
Look at the
Pores on the
surface.
nose, yeah.
Pores on the nose.
Yeah, I can tell it's for a game, but that's a good thing because people watch it and know.
Yeah, I mean, it is a game.
Yeah.
I love that shot.
Ma'am? Madame? Okay.
Choreography scenes.
Ooh, nice swing.
Oh,
He's
so cute.
The thing about game characters is they have like a lot of secondary action. Sucks for the animator.
I love how fast everything is, but still very clear. Like you can read their movements,
The acting is great. Like they all have their personality.
how they fight.
Yeah, that's great too. Like just the noise in the background.
In the face, just like
I love that they're silenced, but not like too gruesome. You know what I mean?
You have to imagine it yourself rather than showing it, which
That's my boy too.
How many boys do you have, Laura?
Many. When I saw this shot, I was like, oh my god. Because listen, in the game they're all the same size, but here he's fucking huge.
Hell yeah, rotating
Turn around,
camera.
show.
Oh, I love how she runs.
This somehow feels very anime, but like in a good way.
that thing is massive
It also feels really massive.
and heavy.
Is this the dude that was gay? Laura loves him.
They took away his cigarette in the official splash art.
Was
It's
it
not
because-
for children.
This short has so many smoke simulations.
Not
Look
yet.
at the acting. They're getting hurt, I love it.
They do be showing so much blood, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Surprising blood. And the clothes sim is really nice.
Wow.
More smoke.
Oh, the smoke is so nice.
Right? Whoever was in charge of the smoke did a really good,
shit,
job.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You know, sometimes like these force field thingies look cheap, but this looked nice.
Is anybody alive? Oh, yes, queen.
Of course she survived, she's the main character. I love how she's wearing hardly anything. Good for her, you know?
The nice things about Tails is the overlapping action.
Oh no.
Oh, he's
Tick
still
scare.
turning.
Whoa.
God was like, no.
God said no.
God is a woman.
Oh, yes.
That was unexpected.
She's alive. Hell yeah.
Invisible,
Wow.
bitch. If you don't have a weapon, a fist fight is always viable, you know? Yeah, top laners never died.
That's so cool.
Ooh.
That's very Final Fantasy, definitely.
Yeah,
Imagine not just animating one tail, but like 6.
beautiful.
She's so pretty.
Ooh, concept art shot.
Birds for scale.
Yeah.
Wow, such a
The
beautiful
Nexus. Oh, I love this.
shot. So beautiful.
It didn't age much. Like, the animation is great.
This League of Legends video came out in 2014.
Whoa.
It's a Riot internal production, so everything is done from music to animation by Riot. The video depicts 2 teams of champions fighting against each other, and it's reimagining what a game of League of Legends could look in a cinematic form.
Seeing how much like little details they all have. It must have taken so much time to render this stuff out, especially in 2014.
I just really enjoy that they show the character of each champion.
And each of them have like different run styles too, which shows their personal characters.
Leona is way more heavy, for example.
Just this action, Ari jumps really high and you see, oh, she's really agile, she's like fox-like, and then you see Leona just going through the thingy like, bam!
This is how you show character.
Did you see the little twitch of her ears? That was so
Yeah,
cute.
like she uses her ears so much.
One ear starts, and then the other follows, and then the first ear like twitches.
Have you seen? Oh, that's great.
The ears?
She hears the
Yes.
noise, so her ears are animated.
Perking up, yeah.
And then she looks first and then turn her head and then snap reaction.
And since they don't have any dialogue, you need to show it through
Oh.
body language and expression.
I was also very impressed with how they didn't use any single word. It did feel very authentic.
It's like not completely silent. They do a ooh or
Yeah,
a
yeah.
haha sometimes, which really feels like they can talk if they would want
They are
to.
people. And then this is so great, like the acting.
I'm also surprised like at hair. Hair and fur is like the hardest thing in CGI, and I realized that after some experience too.
Look at her hair. And then she comes down and it does like a flip.
Her leg just extends.
That really gives it impact. You wanted to have a high impact, you also need more airtime. If you have more anticipation for it, that's how you make something feel really heavy.
She's so long in the air that it feels like she herself controls the jump to go down.
It's so nice acting. It's like, oh, she looks here, something's gonna happen. Direct your eyes up, the guy is there.
They have a behind the scenes episode where they explain how they did most of the things, and they have a significant part dedicated to how they did the Foleys and the sounds. This behind the scenes video introduced me to what Foleys are. I didn't realize that sounds in the movies have to be handmade.
Oh yeah, I mean, I pretty much learned that from school, yeah.
I think the sounds in this short are super nice, like the clarity of how they sound.
If you rotate the character like that, that's a lot of gimbal lock stuff. You have 3 directions, right, that you can rotate stuff in. There's always an order in which things are rotated. And if you have a character that's turning around and you also have other rotations going on, then sometimes they interact very strangely with each other.
In rigging, you can give the 3 axes the amount of importance. For example, you say X should be the first thing you rotate, or you can give it a quaternion where it just turns around. Rotation is not something you think about when you're not an animator or a rigger.
They use a lot of facial animation too.
Which is great because they don't speak, but they have so much character.
It's so subtle, it's just like a, you're fucked, you know? And that describes him so well.
I also love the lighting. A lot of this image is dark, so your eyes focuses on the bright spots.
I think this is a really nice scene to show how your eyes usually are the first to react. She looks up, her eyes look down first, and only then her head comes with. Because your eyes are way faster than you going to motion.
Yeah. I love that she's in the background blurred and then it comes in the foreground.
First you have like the focus on the shoe and then also on this blood. And because you focus on the blood, then you see her.
Yeah, it's really hard to have a lot of characters and make them work together.
Yes.
But I feel like they managed to do that.
Everything is really scratched up.
Modeling such small details takes a lot of computing power, so to fake that you usually have a very clean model with alpha maps or texture maps or bump maps depending on what you want to do. You can simulate the light, you can move a light around the object and it calculates the shadow even though it is smooth.
Wait, let me see the background changes. Yeah, they desaturated it. So cool how you can also tell a story with like color grading. Oh, and it went back to saturated.
Yeah.
This is such a beautiful shot.
This looks like a matte painting.
Yeah.
It's a shape language. This is not hyper-realism,
Yeah.
therefore you just have these lovely, lovely trees that all do the whoop, whoop, whoop.
This is such a nice frame.
That's also one of those like concept art shots.
I love God rays. I know there are people who are like, no, God rays are cheap, but God rays are so nice and I love them.
And she's so easy to spot because of her like really white tail. Here's an example of repeating action. She turns and she's already on her knees, but then in the next shot she's still like her leg is still behind. It really helps connect two scenes. Sometimes it works only to have a connecting action between the shots, but if you have from the front to the back, it's good to have something that repeats the action.
The hair in this one has a shape, but it also has singular strands.
You really have to design hair and think of like the strands and how they group together.
I'm sorry, I have to address her design. I mean, Ari's design is outdated, but her design, God, I'm sorry. She's a plant. They could do so many interesting stuff
They
around her
just
body.
covered the most important stuff.
Whoa, whoa, yeah.
Pink.
This is really funny. It's so
Look
satisfying.
at this.
It slips out of his hand like nothing.
And it
then
stays up
yeah.
way too long.
It's
but
like
it's
a
so
very
cartoony. Yeah.
But it fits.
The smoke feels heavy and light at the same time.
It's like
it's
the
lovely. It's like
ink
ink
in water. Yeah.
Exactly. Controlling smoke in simulations, you can't just hit a button and
Yeah.
it does it for you. You need to control a lot of things like what is the velocity, what is gravity, how does it expand, how does it disperse.
Actually,
so
it's really,
nice.
really interesting because it starts with very graphic shapes and then air happens and it moves everything around.
Look at how nice this smoke is. It keeps its form before like dissolving into smaller and lighter parts.
Look at that. That was great interaction between character. Like
Just
he's just
looking.
panting. He's like, and he's like, what the fuck, dude?
Also, I just love that he just looks at him destroying that guy and
Yeah.
then he's like, holy fuck. And off he
Acting
goes.
is so good.
I want to hug him. I know he's very dangerous, but he looks so huggable.
Yee, you wanna hug him?
Yeah.
Ari's running a bit like a fox. She does a lot of this, like a fox goes up and down.
Her chest roughly stays in the same position while her hips go down.
Feels very foxy.
Yes.
You can see the pores on her nose. It's so much detail.
I love how they changed the lighting to be a bit more dramatic in this one.
This
This is a
nice
It kind of
frame.
feels like somebody said, I'm going to render this scene so
Yeah,
well.
and a super nice subsurface scattering on the nose. Ooh, I love her expression. I wonder if they scaled her legs here. I know she has long legs,
Yeah,
but
but-
like this feels like pulled. If it had been normal and her foot would have been here, it would have obscured Rengar.
His face just moves. Like
Squishy.
it feels so natural.
He touches his cheek, and the animator is like, "Okay, yeah, let's like pull this part." I really appreciate that little touch by the animator.
You wanna hug him?
Yeah. You know, I'm sure he's a nice guy. Their animation is very squishy. It's very dynamic, but still retains that humanity.
I also love how differently everybody moves. Like she moves so much like a gymnast, the others move more rough.
Yes.
He's like, I got you.
So many persons, and they don't say a single word. Ah, that's amazing. This is so epic. Have the cape of the other dude who just got killed. Love
And
it.
the light coming and like it goes towards the light. Wow.
You know, in the game, it's very anticlimactic, but here it's great.
Honestly, it's kind of dangerous to smoke during a battle.
You know what else is dangerous? A battle.
The acting, man, they really went for that. I love it.
I love when the background also plays a role in the
Yeah.
story.
I love the tail. It trails behind so nicely. even if she does a quick movement, the audience can see what happens because of the tail that's showing the movement again. Like she stops, he does the skidding thing, and then when she already stops, the tail still goes up and does the
And
movement.
her hair as well.
Whoever did the effects on this one, you should get a raise. Look how good this looks. And I love how you still see his silhouette in here. Oh, and the little jitter on her elbow here.
I love this scene. Like, this is probably a wallpaper in someone.
Yeah.
That's also a very high anticipation moment where like she's staying in her pose for really long and then
Also the thing of what do you do with 9 tails in a movement? They use motion blur and also the movement to hide the tails all becoming one again.
I also like the foreground, middle ground,
Of
and
course.
background.
And the China-inspired mountain.
Thank you for reacting.
Thank you for having us.